What does ethical character really mean? In the video, we saw it defined as integrity, honesty, and trust. Let's hear how these students define ethical character and why it's important.
Some characteristics I possess that has proven beneficial to me is that I'm hardworking, dependable, and work well under pressure. Some characteristics that I think are important in the workplace is to be inquisitive and have integrity. I believe this because when you are asking a lot of questions, it shows that you want to know how things work, how things are done correctly, and that you care. To have integrity is an important characteristic to have because employers want someone they can trust to be a great representative of their company. They can trust you to get your job done and have a sense of what is right and what is wrong.
Some characteristics that I possess that have been beneficial are telling the truth, or at least not lying. Telling my own story, not others. Asking for honesty and sometimes brutal feedback. And being okay with failure and treating it as a lesson and a learning opportunity, not the end. Some characteristics that I think are important in a collaborative setting, such as school or work, include empathy, collaboration, trust, and cooperative learning.
I believe that I possess a great degree of humility, and it has proven very beneficial in my work. To me, humility shows you that you know your strengths as well as your room for growth and improvement. Humility helps keep me in check, especially by demonstrating openness to feedback by those I serve or those that I work with in team settings. I think it is so important to check one's ego, being careful when it can get in the way of you taking the perspective of others and being open to new ideas or opinions. Humility has helped me create open and honest communication with my supervisors, colleagues, and peers. I believe another characteristic that I possess is being authentic in my workspaces and relationships. What I mean in that is that I'm very honest, vulnerable, and genuine in the way that I act with others or speak my mind, basically working on being me versus putting up some front and trying to act like something I'm not. By continuously practicing authenticity, those whom I interact with also feel comfortable being themselves with me.
I'm a very confident, passionate person, which is very beneficial to me. Part of it probably has to do with the fact that I'm in theater, but I find it's very important to be passionate as a leader. Me being passionate and excited in my own work as a feminist theater artist excites my team to be passionate as well and teaches them to be motivated and work together. Confidence is key anywhere you go. Confidence is what makes a good first impression. It's what gets you your first dream job. One of the most important things to have is courage. Courage to be just a little bit better than average. Courage to apply yourself even in the face of adversity. A professor once told me, it's okay to be afraid. You just have to have a little bit more courage than fear.
From their experiences, ethical character can mean being hardworking and dependable, being truthful and honest, having humility and authenticity, and courage. Ethical character is important in many settings, especially in the workplace. Let's hear what characteristics Martin and MIT think are most important in the workplace.
One of the most important characteristics that I've learned in the workplace is that managing your time and not being able to voice your opinions. We're often only given a allotted amount of time of work, and it's important that we utilize that time correctly. When I worked at U-Haul, I noticed that I worked more effectively, I had more downtime. It's important to give yourselves those downtime to ensure that you have a positive attitude towards work. Although some workplaces it may be difficult to voice your opinions, I think that communicating with your superior and understanding the wants of both parties is beneficial in many aspects. Not only will these ease the confusion between the boss and the worker, but you will also be seen as an employee in the company who cares enough to voice their concerns.
Some characteristics that I think are important in the workplace are care. I'm talking care for your work, care for your colleagues, care for those whom you serve, care for yourself. Almost all work in some way or form is related to working relationships with people. It is in these relationships where the personal meets the professional, and you get to show that you care by going above and beyond for your clients and members of your team. So know that everything you do impacts someone else, whether big or small or somewhere in between. Take care of your work, just as you would take care of yourself or a loved one. And with care can come passion and purpose as well to motivate you to do good work that aligns with your personal values, interests, and goals. Another characteristic is accountability. I think in any workplace, it is so important to demonstrate that you are responsible and detail-oriented, which I feel the word accountability exemplifies. And in any workplace, it is so crucial to demonstrate careful attention to the work you produce, managing tasks and priority deadlines because your work impacts your colleagues and those you serve.
Now that you have a better understanding of what ethical character means and why it is important, take a moment to think about what characteristics you possess that have been proven to be beneficial.